Good evening, folks. Welcome to a nice, relaxed Friday evening stream. Oh, I'm feeling in a good mood tonight. Okay. So how are we all doing this fine evening? One's reporting for duty. Welcome. Good to see. Good to see. Hopefully you won't need to do any modding. Everybody will be on their best behaviour. I just love this music. I'll let you all into a little secret as the music fades away. I am treating myself this evening to a couple of glasses of rum and coke. Hope you don't mind. Hope you'll forgive me for drinking on the job. But, well, thought I'd enjoy myself and go all out. I end up having a hot flush and probably, misclicking a few things in the process, but it's all part of the fun. What damn expansion? Oh, Stellaris. Oh, okay. Right. What will happen to Fedora's tactical genius? Oh. Perhaps a cold will go to his head. He'll have some excuse, you know what he's like. He'll have some excuse up his wizard sleeve. Oh dear, that's actually a bad. That's actually isn't that a really dirty what's the word? Metaphor or whatever you want to call it? Oh, sorry. I'm gonna have to Google this now. Okay, sorry. Getting distracted. Anyway, excuse me. Are we in? Are we on? Yes, we're on. We're on. Oh, there's no sound here. It's because the game is paused. There we go. Now we've got some ambient sounds. And the sounds are not good because as we left off in the last session, we had to slay a fellow watcher, a commander here of this iron flail. We put him down very quickly, very efficiently, and as we were speaking with the detainees that were sent here to the camp to parley, we heard almighty crash and bang, and as you can see, it's still going on, and we need to pop our heads outside to find out what's happening. A little bit apprehensive about doing so, but we can't stay in here all night. So we're going to have to poke our heads out. So,
hey,
without further ado, I'm going to find out what's going down here. Just making sure there's nothing going on in our fortress. No, everything is fine. We need to rest eventually, but it makes no sense to rest while this is going on.
hey.
From an RP perspective, so we'll crack straight on and head into the danger zone. Here we go. Oh my god. These things are flipping huge. Somebody saying something, probably in shock here. Are those things here for us or the iron flail? I mean, whose witty comment that's going to be is probably a dare. You know what it's like. Oh dear. This is not a good sign at all. These things look absolutely frightening. Absolutely frightening. And Fedoran is right at the front of the party, striding out the doors. I'll see what's going on, he says. I'll see what's happening, and then quickly and promptly, formation! Formation! Where he promptly runs to the back of the queue.
Those things here for...
Oh no, yes, tactical retreat. Okay. Right, let's get these things come to us first of all. Let's not panic. Let's not panic here. Okay, so we can't charm them. Fedoran's little trick is up the spout now, isn't it? His little trick of charming things inside, everything in sight. Immune to blinded, confused, charmed, diseased, dominated, poisoned, sickened, or unconscious. That's fine. Okay.
For us or the...
Right. Take care, Zawa. You probably can't punch it in the face, but perhaps just punch it in the shin. That might be the order of business for you, and you take care of that one.
Iron Flail.
Right, you come round and flank that one, and you come round and flank this one. I'll just put this... Oh, these things do some kind of ability which sends people flying, which obviously is not a good sign. Flagellant's Path, here we go. And the rest of us better start peppering these creatures with all we've got.
Yes.
Oh, and it's got some kind of blast. It's targeting Manea here. Oh, is it? It's targeting Zawa, who seems to be struggling a touch. Right. Okay. And, you might want to knock it over. No, you might want... Come behind this creature. Come behind quickly. You might want to knock it over. The rest of you might want to just do some damage to it. Let's not panic, folks. Let's not panic, people. Let's get ourselves ready. Let's try a slicken. Doesn't say they're immune to knockdown, does it? Yeah, laser beams. Laser beams of death. Fedoran. Okay, so we got him down. We got him down to one knee. Oh, we got him down to one knee. If in doubt, get him down to one knee. It's the best thing to do. Right. Okay. Manea, use your thingamabobsy. Zawa is looking really worse for wear here, so he's going to summon forth the dichotomous soul. When he gets up, he's looking a bit crippled, he's frenzied. Everybody else, just let's use a heal. Fedoran, Arcane Assaults, that'll do for now.
Hey.
And again. Right, okay. Knockdown. Right, let's get Sagani on the same target as her creature. And let's use Envenomed Strike. They're immune to poison and slicker. That makes no sense. Right, okay. Wounding Shot then. Wounding Shot for Sagani. Keep attacking in the rear. He's summoning his thing. Okay, everything's fine.
Good shot.
Okay, why has it paused? Zawa's dead?
You should have run.
Wow, I think I think Zawa's just been pummeled into the ground with horrific laser beams and all kinds of madness. He didn't last long. That's not good. That's not good at all. Okay. Alright then, I think further spells are needed. I think we'll go with another Slicken here. Just touch them there. Keep them down for as long as possible.
That's how it's done.
Okay, here we go. Let's just keep chomping at the bit. Let's keep chomping. Let's keep attacking. God help us if we have to face 3 of these things. And this is on normal, don't forget. Can these things do anything other than punch? No, I don't think they've got any abilities. Whilst we are waiting, I think we can actually. We could raise Zawa, but I think we can. I think we can last without him. We're going to use our standard little simple raising our armor here for our frontline fighters, because these things seem to hit quite hard. Any more spells? I think we'll just keep attacking for now. Sagani, perhaps going to use Mark on this one. You two target that one.
What?
Then use wounding
You
shot.
should.
Oh! What is it doing? What is it doing? The stupid thing! Stop doing that! Stop doing that! Right. One more knockdown here. And we're gonna use with her. Let's have a look. Send her into a frenzy. These things still punching. What's this? Right, okay. Did we cast our... No, we didn't cast it. Are we casting what we're supposed to be casting here? Right. Ooh. Ooh. Right, he's got 1 health left. This one's got 2. Okay. I think one more slicker might help us out here. Let's just keep these things CC'd for as long as we can. Just pull our priest back a little bit. And we'll use another low-level spell with him, perhaps. Let's have a look here. Iconic projection, perhaps.
You should have run.
So Gani needs to heal Itsumak.
This weapon's no good to me.
There we go, boy. As the last Meg folk falls, a tide of essence sweeps through the ether. It washes over you and you find yourself in the memories of the Eyeless. The hulking creatures surround you, their sinew-wrapped skeletons clanking and screeching in the semi-darkness. Their bodies fill the air with the tang of metal and the musk of sweat. The cavern in which you stand, it looks like a cavern, anyway, glows with a dim ambient light. Steel flashes as the Eyeless shift and stir. They stamp their feet and groan in rasping metallic voices. Their restless energy prickles at the back of your neck. And in the echoing rumble you hear something familiar. It's the pounding noise from your dream, the harbinger of a terrible army. You begin to wonder how many Eyeless are crowding around you. You suspect there must be scores of them, maybe more. It's difficult to tell how far back this chamber goes or where it is. Ahead you see a glint of light. It might be an exit. Already, however, the vision is starting to fade. Explore the glint of light. You push past the lumbering Eyeless and cling to the wilting shreds of the vision. The light up ahead is blinding after the dark of the cave. You rush towards it even as it fades into a pale blur. You can't see where you are, but you hear a cold wind whistling through the gap and feel a spray of moisture sting your cheeks. The vision ends, returning you to the frozen and blood-churned mud of the fort.
You.
Find
Those
out.
things sure seemed angry for something that's got no face.
Travel to the Abbey of the Fallen Moon.
Hey,
Alright. Well, we've defeated these things. Barely.
hey. All right then.
Yes, a save would be a good thing right now after having to face off against these horrific creatures. Right. Abbey of the Fallen Moon then. Just refresh our memories of what's going on. So the Abbey of the Fallen Moon, the Tidebringer. We need to speak with a man named Kyoto. Ask him how to call off this army. Something about the reliquary. And of course, Minea has a personal quest there also. I believe, yeah, the Burden of Memory, there she is. So she's got an interest in getting to the Abbey of the Fallen Moon also. Okay. Whew. They look to be vessels. Yeah, they had... did we get a bestiary entry for them? Would it be down as animats maybe? No. Would they be down as a completely new eyeless? There we go. They are indeed vessels. Worth bearing in mind, if we rest we can get a bonus to attacks against vessels. That means that Durance's ability actually causes additional damage to vessels as well. Immune to burn damage, worth remembering. Immune to shock damage, also worth remembering. Dangerous creatures, definitely.
Yes? Hey.
Immune to a lot of things, okay. Where do we go from here? Well, there's the rest of the camp that's unexplored. I think it's worth exploring right about now. You never know, there could be weapons and stuff that we need to take with us on our travels.
Hey.
I don't expect there to be any people alive out here now after what's just happened. I think the Eyeless has probably killed them off, so we should be safe to explore properly here.
Zawa is ready.
And Minea is clearing her throat here. She wants to say something.
Things after us, but I would have preferred a card.
Of course, for some bizarre reason, she started mid-sentence there.
I always thought that name was a metaphor.
Minea's obviously so shaken up by the arrival of these things that she can't string a sentence together.
Hands of Doom, if anyone had asked me.
Minea, you're not making any sense, dear. You seem to be rambling. But anyway. Yeah, Fedora probably just nodding. Yeah, whatever. She's not making any sense. She's not finishing her sentence. She's not starting her sentences. What is she saying? I think she's gone a bit mad.
Army you've been dreaming about, huh? It's a wonder you're getting any sleep.
Well, that's why we went to the Abbey. We're off to stop them.
Decision making up to this point.
Okay, this is obviously a glitch. It's obviously a glitch.
Is better than none.
Something on your mind?
Rid of this memory. It feels like it's crowding my head that much more. Driven me halfway across the known world.
And?
It's time I told you what I did.
Oh, you can string a sentence together. Right, come on then. Now's a good time to get it off your chest while we're stood down the campfire. It's story time. Go on.
Before Adiran unification. Campaign across the northern forests to subdue some of the outlying Kulklan villages. Brutal work. And another third to the elven scouts hiding in it. By the time we reached the first village, we'd crushed their defenses, and they'd bled us. But they spit on us when we marched into town. Put us lodging in the old meeting hall. And when the sun set, they tried to burn it down around us. Wasn't the point.
What was it?
It's more of pointless, bloody battle. as we fought for the rest of the region. I had to break them. And I had to send a message to the rest of the villages. The trees around the town, and left them there to die.
I don't know if it's just me, but I can't really focus on what the hell she is saying because it's very off-putting the fact that she's just not she's not starting the sentences with the voice acting. It's really, really bizarre. She's not making any sense at all, which is really a shame because this is probably quite an interesting story.
I never remembered more. I did. The gentlefolk forgave each other for what they'd done to each other's people.
It's terrible. We don't even know what she's talking about.
Don't I know it? Anyway, we should get going.
Something we notice in her pack. A thick roll of cloth bound by leather. What's that? Fedoran asking. Not one for subtlety. Something I've been saving for better days. Okay. Right, well, yeah, as we said, obviously Manea is suffering in a state of shock. She can't speak properly, bless her. She had something important to tell us, but we don't know what she was talking about. Can't recall why or understand why she's got an issue. Something to do with battle, something to do with nailing people to trees. That's all we need to know. That's all we need to know right now. Right, campfire, good place to camp, maybe, yes, possibly, more than likely, but we'll camp once we've explored the rest of this camp. And Cham, tomorrow we shall be locking horns. Where the hell are you going? Zawa? Let it be known that we are not on speaking terms tomorrow. Oh, a letter home. My love, I have enclosed some coin from Stalwarts. You have proof that I arrived. You're right, I'm colder than I have ever been, all the more so for being away from you. The Kith here are as cold as their land. They do not hate us as the dear Woodens do, but they are mistrustful and proud. The commander has sent for delegates to start negotiations. Perhaps by the time this letter reaches you, we'll have moved into Durgan's battery, or else been crushed by horrific, hulking great creatures. Stalwart has no soldiers, only a handful of guards. Ephraim says he went to look at the battery with some scouts and did not see anyone posted atop the tower. Without those cannons, they would be foolish to do anything but surrender. If not, we're sure to knock the fight out of them quickly. The commander says that once the battery is ours, our presence here alone may be enough to make the invaders think twice. Who would face us with the might of the battery at our backs? I write too much of battle, but only to assure you that we are well. I miss you. The mountains are beautiful. I hold hope that you may see them for yourself once it's safe for you to join us. How very sad. Because this poor fella that wrote that's now dead, I'd say, with almost certainty. Dead as a doornail.
Am I imagining that?
Cloak of an Eophasian priest. We've seen that before. Some gems. It's much more peaceful around here now, isn't it? The hustle and bustle of soldiers to have to mow our way through. Right, come forth and let's continue our explorations.
Hey.
A cask exuding a thick chemical stench. It's a pity it's not a thick alcoholic stench. As we know from a few sessions ago that Fedoran's got a bit of taste for alcohol recently, going on pub crawls and all that. Don't let him tell you it's for the benefit of his hat. No, 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 no. That was all a ruse. As if drinking in several inns around the whole of the Deerwood was going to make his hat more powerful. What kind of ludicrousness is that?
Zawa is ready. I shall do my best.
It's like me
I have done as you asked.
It's like me saying, oh, don't worry guys, I'm just drinking a few triple rum and cokes this evening because I've heard that it's going to improve the quality of my socks. Not gonna happen, is it?
Hey.
Good evening, fiddler. Okay. Well, I think we've explored. We're now at a suitable campfire place where we can just rest up here and prepare ourselves for a horrendous journey. Oh, wait a second.
Zawa is ready.
Okay.
Hey,
It's really bad timing. Really bad timing on your part, Fiddler. I have not drunk or talked about rum and coke for several weeks. It just so happens that this week I have decided that I'm going to let what hair I have left down and have a couple of drinks this evening.
hey.
Right, we're going to rest by the fire and we're going to use our ability to get a racial accuracy against vessels just in case we come across some of the critters now. Those horrible eyeless things. Oh, it'd take a hell of a lot to get me drunk. Mind you, this stream could go on for, 4 hours. There's plenty of time.
Hey.
Okay. It's time for us to venture forth.
Hey.
Right, so where are we going? Abbey of the Fallen Moon. That's where we're going. Oh. Onwards and upwards. 15-hour journey. Hellfire. Didn't it say something about stealth? Remember in the last session we were contemplating stealthing our way in. That's not happening, is it? That's certainly not happening. We don't do stealth. Oh, look! What do we have here? We have friendly faces. Infiltrate. Yeah, infiltrate. That suggests stealthiness, doesn't it? Oh god, we're screwed.
Hey.
Pagani isn't the best sneaky person. After we found out last time. And who is this fella? 2 horses and a dwarf. He looks harmless enough. For Doran going to step forward?
Ready when you are.
His pebbles, yeah. Ooh, I like the tone of this music. A dwarf clothed in but a few straps of fur puffs his bared chest with every drag from his pipe. Come a long way to get some air, have you? What are you doing here? Enjoying the fine weather. It's a bit longer. He smiled, letting a cloud of smoke and frosted breath escape through his teeth. My mistress has business with the Ondrites. We'll be off soon, as she's done at the Abbey. Meantime, I was told to stay put. They don't want any outsiders meandering about. She's already put some kind of hex on me. Says I won't even remember any of this. But the copper's worth it. She says I'll wake up at home with a full coin purse, opposite of most of my mornings, so that had a certain appeal. Yes, tell me about your mistress. Which one? He lets out a chuckle and slaps his chest. A reddening print blooms on his skin. Wish she were the fun kind. She's a gift bearer. Pay me well to guard her on the journey, though. Well, I'm visiting the temple myself. Yes, I intend to visit and pay my respects, yes. Do you happen to know the way inside? Are you now? He pulls the pipe away from his clenched teeth and points its long stem to the path ahead. Far as I know, straight this way. The middle path on the right, with the ruined arch. If they let you in, of course. Ondrites are none too friendly, but to their own. My mistress went through the archway, spoke to some guards there, then headed on. He bites down on his pipe with a sour expression. They got eyes on the other paths, cast me dirty looks from afar when they pass this way. As if I'd stand here in plain view if I had some grand designers sneaking into their blazing church. And what's an abbey got that's worth hiding anyway? Monks? Do you happen to know of any other ways into the abbey? No, but it's an abbey, not a fortress. You can bet it's got holes, like any fat old monster. Supply passages, escape routes. Shrugging. I'd be lying if I said I'd never explored one invited when I was too young to know better. Help myself to its relics. Let's just say if a certain war goddess has her way, I'll be living my next life as a dung-roll bug. Oh, well, thank you very much for your information. Doubt we'll meet again. Any luck, my mistress will return soon. Hope you find what you're looking for. The rising tide. So there could be several ways in. So the main way is through the archway, speaking with some guards. That probably won't yield positive results, I don't think. And that seems to be down that way. So we'll go this way.
Hey.
Completely left field, completely out of the way, and hope to find some little hidden way in, perhaps. So,
Ready, Watcher.
sending in Sagani
I'm on the trail.
under the cover of stealth and telling her if you see any trouble.
Here. But I guess that's the point.
I'm wondering if this is to... she's not...
Even our visitor is to be turned away, he said.
What interest would our quarters hold?
Our quarters aren't the worry. It's our brothers and sisters below.
Okay. Yeah, she didn't finish her sentence there either. I'm wondering if a reload might fix that problem, or if it's a proper issue. I'm going to save it and I'm going to reload it because I can't have her doing this for the entirety of the rest of this DLC. It's going to we're going to miss out on stuff. Because her conversations are hard to follow when she's not starting them. So we shall reload it and pray for the best. Okay, let's try again.
I'm here.
Right, let's keep sneaking. Oh yeah, I like this. I like this little theme here. Just a subtle. Ondrite something or other. So we've got an Ondrite tidal fist blocking the path up there. Okay. We've got two Ondrites blocking the path up this way. But they are patrolling, so there may be a way to kinda sort of get past them if they are patrolling.
Hey.
Ready, Watcher.
Right, we'll
Right.
go this way. Seems to be quite a few pathways here. See if we can actually get in by stealth. That would be a minor miracle if we do. Don't recall having a successful stealth mission yet.
I should not have peered over the edge. I could see no bottom.
Ha! Perhaps if you pray, the lady will allow you to forget.
Okay, let's follow these guys. So these people are patrolling as well, which means they're going to probably turn back very shortly, but we'll continue onwards for now. It's dangerous. It's very dangerous. It's very dangerous. Sagani. Sagani. Ooh, what's this? Got that. Potential way up, maybe? Maybe you can leap and do some acrobatic skills. Oh! Quickly! Sagani! Sagani, can you sneak a bit quicker? There we go. Okay, so she's identified a possible way through there. Okay, we'll move up this way. Sound of bubbling liquid. So these guys patrol up that side, so we could probably sneak behind these guys as well. But here there seems to be, this is the archway. This is obviously the main way in, I think. This could probably lead to a possible scripted encounter, so we'll leave that for now. Kind of want to see where this way leads. So we'll wait for them to come back down, and then once they go off again, we'll follow them with Sagani's expert stealthing. Yeah, right. What is her stealth out of interest now, anyway? 14. You'd think she'd be proficient at stealth 14, wouldn't you? Meanwhile, we'll probably just do some sightseeing here while we're waiting. Oh, okay, here they come. Okay, let's go. So let's see where these folks happen to patrol to. Ooh, a split path. Nope, not a split path, just a rock in the way. Okay, let's keep following, and they stop right there. That's not really very good for us. They don't really go too far away. Oh shoot! Right, come on, Sagani, come on, Sagani, quickly. Okay, so we got a patrol. We got somebody guarding there. We've got people patrolling here. We've got the archway up that way, and then we have this way, which seems to be more promising. We've got some kind of an interactable item which may allow us to maneuver our way in. So we're gonna.
And what does the flame reveal?
We're gonna go this way. So Sagani relaying her explorations to the party, and Fedoran taking the executive decision to head here. Yes, to head right here. And what we'll do is we'll send Sagani ahead, and she will give us the thumbs up when it's safe to approach this rock. She is the one that has the best stealth. So.
Hey.
I'm here.
She's just been very wary at the moment, very careful. These people patrol two ways, and there you go. They're coming back. 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 How far do they want to come? They're still coming. They're still coming. They're still coming. Oh shoot! Sagani! Sagani! Oh, close. Close. Very close.
Ready, Watcher.
Crescent Ward, Tidal Fist.
Hey.
Come on. Get lost. Come on. Jesus.
Of course.
Talk about hanging around like a bad smell. We're going to end up crossing paths in a minute. Anyway, quickly. Quickly. If this goes horribly wrong, well, we tried. We stand at the precipice of a fissure that time has torn into the mountain upon which the abbey stands. Whistling winds call out from the depths of the crevasse, mournful wails hinting at the great descent from the edge into the dark and lonely spaces below. Encased in centuries of rime, a gargantuan skeletal hand hangs awkwardly above the gap. Its fingers are splayed in a pained pose, ice preserving the circumstances of the victim's death long after the flesh rotted away. Victim. Anything with a hand that big cannot have been of this world. With only the ominous moaning of the crevasse to disturb your thinking, you consider your options. You inspect the area. Considering the span of the gap and the position of the skeletal hand, you believe a well-placed grappling hook would allow you to reach the other side. Though positioning the hook may be tricky, the winds are not so strong that they would endanger attempts to cross. With only the ominous moaning of the crevasse to disturb your thinking, you consider your options again. And we consider that a grappling hook does indeed sound like a good option right now. So we're tasking Adair to throw that grappling hook as our expert athletics man. The middle finger is a large target, but it sits in the midst of buffeting winds that threaten to blow the rope and grapple off course. Whoever casts the grappling hook will need nimble fingers to ensure a good throw. Hence, we are giving it to Adair. Adair dangles the grapple cautiously, waiting to release the rope during a lull in the gusting winds. During a quiet moment, Adair swings the grapple back and begins to rock the weight forward for a toss. Just before the release, a blast of air erupts from the crevasse. Adair flinches, sending the grapple off course. It slams into the skeletal ulna with a cracking sound that you can barely hear over the wind's howl. Adair quickly spools the rope back up from the depths to recover. Cast it again, please. Adair's got the best athletics. He's not got a high enough athletics to cast this grapple. That's a bummer. His athletics is 12. And that's not high enough. Is it using athletics or is it using dexterity? Because it's talking about nimbleness, nimble fingers. So I'm wondering if it's actually using a dexterity check rather than an athletics check. Fedoran has the best dexterity. So Fedoran, looking at Adair, Adair, step aside. Let me have a try, he says. Let me try. I'm sure I got the technique.
Yeah?
Oh, we're getting seen here. We're getting seen as the pressure mounts as Fedoran's winding up the grappling hook. He notices the guard patrolling back his way as if to put added pressure onto the throw. But a man of his stature surely will not be defeated by a mere act of nimble-fingeredness. Come on, Fedoran. You time the throw perfectly between chaotic gusts whipping up from the crevasse. The grappling hook cuts an odd path through the expanse of violent air, the attached rope trailing in a bizarre spiral. Despite its odd course, the grapple eventually sails over the middle finger, its rope winding securely around the frozen bone. You give it 2 tugs and are confident it won't budge. And then Fedoran gives a sly backwards glance to Adair and smirks, rather proudly and rather smugly. And off we swing across the chasm. You take a firm hold on the rope and swing across the crevasse. Despite high winds and an unsettling creaking from the enormous ice-encrusted finger, you safely reach the other side just as the guard is coming into view. And yes, we are at the edge of the crevasse. Marvellous work for Doran. Bloody hell. He's feeling very pleased with himself. Not just a brain box, but he has nimble fingers and he's a dab hand with a grappling hook, as we've now found out.
Ready when you are.
This man's prowess just increases with every session, doesn't it? He started off a bumbling storytelling fool, and now he is a hero, an archmage, and a master with a grappling hook. I mean, whatever next? Must be the hat. Must be the hat. Yes, indeed, it must be. Right, let's save it. And let's enter what appears to be a cave. He needs to master bravery. That's probably one thing he'll never master.
Hey.
Although he's better than he was, but still prone to choosing the easy option. Maybe one day he will believe in his own abilities. Okay, so we have infiltrated the Abbey of the Fallen Moon. We are in. And that might mark our first piece of stealth success. We have successfully stealthed into something.
Ready, Watcher.
Credit to Sagani and Fedoran on that count. Now, I don't know if there's going to be traps here, but who cheated? Who cheated? Nobody cheated here. Don't be ludicrous. I didn't see any cheating. Okay, so we have giant moon spiders on that side. Don't know what cheating you're talking about. I have no recollection of anything untoward. Look at all the bodies under the ice. I've just noticed that now. Those are dead bodies encased under the ice. Okay, we're hearing the sound of a soul. Sagani reporting back to the group.
Hey. All right then.
And what does the flame reveal?
Hopefully there's no traps down here.
Just say the word. Not a problem.
Fedoran approaching the soul here. Hovering over a skeleton, half trapped in ice, a faint trace of essence lingers in the cold air of the cavern. Fedoran, as usual, reaches out. You let your soul envelop the essence. Memories spread in a thin mist under you, dim and torn, their scattered fragments floating like motes of dust in the twilight. You're walking into an oblong chamber. The stones of its underground walls glisten, still wet from the floodwaters. A hand clasps on your shoulder. You hear a whisper. Arthrek, I don't want to look. The memory vanishes, and now all you see is a slab of stone. You're staring at it just inches away from the wall. Your fingers trace circles on it, digging into the moss that clings on its weathered surface. You're not sure how long you've been touching it. Perhaps you've always been. A scream jolts you. Its echoes thunder throughout the halls. Your ears hurt, a pain that digs deep, burrowing into your head like a twisted dagger. You run. Others run. You don't know them. You can't remember them, but somehow you take comfort in their presence. Yes, they will help you with the pain. The noise, you'll kill it. The anger of the memory subsides, and now you're sitting down on steps carved on rock. Dozens of skeletons lie below, beneath frozen water. Their jaws hang open, silent. Yet what's that? A low rumble, gargling, growing, deafening. You snap your head to the side in anguish and see it. The water rushing down the halls, pushing you into a torrent of white foam. You fall, your mouth opens to shout, but your screams are muffled as it fills with water. Oh. So a load of water came rushing down and poof! They're all trapped beneath as the water has now frozen.
Hey.
Not a pleasant way to go, I will admit. Drowning in icy cold water, certainly not. Arthek's Cord. Extra movement speed when endurance is above 75% and plus 21 interrupt when endurance below.
Hey.
Interesting item.
Hey.
Okay. So down there we had spiders. Up here we have something that looks slightly more promising. So we'll go this way for now. But I do want to explore the entirety of this cave. So a sealed door with is that a crescent moon symbol on it?
Hey.
Ready, Watcher.
Right, we're going to take
Zawa is ready.
Sagani and Zawa. I think there could well be traps now. I'm just getting a feeling there may be something untoward in the vicinity. An acrid and pungent smell climbs up from the depths of this pit. What is this? Is this like a chamber? We're hearing the sound of footsteps. Patrols. Oh, injured monks. And ciphers. Okay. Oh, okay. Quite a few. And actually, they're not enemies. They are not hostile.
Yes?
They're not hostile here. We have been seen. How strange. Ooh, and look at that. Okay. I am going to go around the other side, I think.
Hey,
Nothing will slip past me.
We'll go this way. So we've seen where this way goes. Pool of the Anointed, and we've got a way through there, and we've got loads of monks and things there.
Hey.
So this way. Alright! Holy cow.
Dead on.
hey, hey. Leave it. Hey.
Ooh. Exceptional wand. Right, okay.
Zawa is ready.
You're gonna have to bear with me, folks. I'll be back in a second. Dead end here. Jesus. Okay, I have a top up, and I have my dinner as well. So I will be.
Hey.
taking a very short break for 5 minutes or 10 minutes to eat, but I'm gonna just pop up here first. I want to see what this is about. I've got a bit of a mixed grill today: sausages, lamb chops, chips, egg and beans. Nice little mixed grill, washed down with some Captain Morgan's finest. Right.
Hey.
So these low tide ciphers and things, we're just going to see if any of them are willing to talk. They look a bit mad. They're rambling, they're huddled, they look injured. It's like almost like they're being punished here for probably doing something wrong. Maybe. Do I know you? No, you don't. Right, this is there's a way to unlock this. Doesn't require a lot of mechanics. So we're going to try and unlock it and probably cause all hell to break loose, but be that as it may, we're going to do it anyway.
Not a sound.
We're going to save it before we do it though. Okay, let's open the door.
I shall do my best. Done.
Okay, we'll have Sagani open it because she's the one that's got better stealth.
Ready, Watcher.
Hey.
Bring the party down just in case all hell breaks loose.
Keeping an eye out.
No, not you guys. Not you guys, you eager beavers.
Zawa is ready.
Not you guys.
Ready, Watcher.
Sagani. Look at that. Look at that. So let's just quickly check something.
Just say
here.
the word.
Can we actually open this gate as well? Oh, a screeching, a scraping. Oh, we've unleashed these people. They're gonna... Oh my god, we shouldn't have done that. We should not have done that. Right, okay. Fedoran, you fool. He's up to his usual tricks again. Fedoran casting fleet feet.
Yep.
I'm getting the hell out of here! Fedoran, you idiot! Run! Run! Oh, he's being put down very quickly. Oh, flipping hellfire! What is going on? Oh my god! Fedoran, you fool! Adair, we need your assistance. We should be okay here if we just maintain our focus, right? Just maintain focus. Everything will be fine. Oh, jeez Louise. Zawa, punch. Minea. See if you can use that. Adair. Knock down. Oh my god. There's a heal here. He's fine. He's got his under control. Come up back up here. Minea. Still use your thingamabobs. Come on. Zawa. Low Tide Priest, Low Tide Cypher. Minea's got this under control. There's no need for panic here. No need for panic. She's gonna use a... Oh, she's pinned down with a psychic backlash apparently. Zawa's on his ass. This is going marvellously. This is going very swimmingly. Hobbled may... Oh, I don't know. I don't know. Let's just keep shooting. Poison. 3 people on Zawa here. I'm thinking maybe we should have resurrected Fedoran here. I do think that's the case. He could have used some crowd control. It's fine. The party happy for him to be taking a break, you know what I mean? Happy for some peace and quiet. Holy shoot. Right, heal Itumak if we can. Menea, Dragon Leap. Still Psychic Backlash has got effect for 0.1 seconds. There we go, now it's finished. Get up, Zawa. Get up! Right. Now I'm going to cast Heal. You're then going to go with a... I think I'm going to go with that. Barbaric Yell. Who's this? This is Adair. Just Low Tide Monk. See if we can knock down the monk. Itumak is attacking. Attack that. He's now stunned. Oh, marvellous. Marvellous. Right, what are you doing? We could probably use some decent spells right about now. Let's go. Should we go with Pillars of Faith? Let's go with Pillars of Faith here. Crushing Pillars of Faith. Somebody's down. Itumak is now down. This is looking more and more grim. It's okay. Adair's got this under control here. Just use that there and that there. Itumak's down. It's not a problem. Not a problem. And wounding shot there. And now they're all grouped together. There's another iconic projection down that side. These two are taking care of him. We'll use Punchy, Fasty Punchy. He's got some more stuff to use here. He could use what else? What else? Something AoE based. There, Pillars of Holy Fire. Round about there. Come on, come on, come on. Right there. We should be alright. Ooh, we should. I think we should be alright. We should be okay. Let's use that and get ourselves a bit closer. Menea, stop screaming, dear. It's not that bad. Seriously. Just a touch there on all three. Oh my god, that really... It's the knockdown effects that are causing the grief here. Really bad, man. Really bad. We're going to use some more powerful spells here. This is obviously far more taxing than we give credit for. I'm oh, no, we'll do it without Fedoran. It's fine. We don't need him to be shouting his nonsense here. We've got this. We've got this. That looks like a good potential thing to use. We'll use that. Right, come on, Menea. Do some damage, will you? Frenzy. Adair, would you like to rise from the floor, please? Would be helpful right about now. Tide Monk, Tide Monk, Tide Monk, Tide Monk. Turn around and kill him.
Hey.
Oh, there we go. Zawa's back in the game. Where are you going? Where are you going? Adair, don't... Bloody, bloody, bloody. Bloody, bloody, bloody. Did we not use this? Right, okay, I think we're fine now. Bloody hell. Fedoran! Oh, I just thought I'd pull the lever, you know, open the doors.
Hey.
Didn't expect them things to attack us? I do
Just
apologize.
say the word.
Do apologise. I obviously slipped in a puddle there and knocked my head on the floor.
Just say the word.
But good to see you coped without me. Okay, so we have 2 ways to go then. You could have, yeah, can you? Oh, jeez. We can either go up that way or we can go down that way. We'll have to decide which way we're going to go, but we'll decide after I've had my dinner.
Hey.
So I'll be back with you at 1:15. I'll leave this music playing, it's quite nice. Right, I'm back with you guys. Whew. I didn't notice that. You're right. People are angry with Fedora and everyone turning their back on him. You had the audacity to invite hell upon us and then just happened to so conveniently fall unconscious in the battle. Yes. Food was very nice, very tasty. You know, they're one of my favourite kind of dinners. You know the roast chicken dinners. The all these kind of nice dinners. Very nice indeed. But you just can't beat something like a mixed grill. A bit of a mismatch. You know, some sausages, some all thrown together. Egg, chips, beans, some lamb, just all thrown in. All I was missing was a slice of toast, really. But anyway, yeah. There's something about mishmash dinners that I really, really like. Perfect for a Friday night. Perfect. Haha, rampaging rabbits, welcome. welcome. Right, so we are ready to press on. Now, where do we go? Do we go here into the room that we have opened stealthily and proficiently, or do we go up this way in the room that we opened, causing a whole hell to break loose? Breakfast in San Francisco. Oh, if that's the case, if that's breakfast in San Francisco, bloody hellfire.
Hey.
That wouldn't be good for me because I'd be eating far too much. Right, we're going to go this way first.
I will walk unseen.
Ready, Watcher.
No, you won't all walk unseen because that is a recipe for disaster. We've had one disaster already. Can we potentially avoid another one? Thank you very much. Oh, okay, let's run away. So we've got some patrolling tidal fists. Okay, well, you know what? We'll leave those to patrol for now and we'll just put our heads up this path here. Perhaps there's an easier way to do this.
So this is how Andra takes care of her own.
Ready, Watcher.
Can always rely on Durance to lay down a wisecrack or two, can't you? Sealed, shut door leading to more of these lunatics, as they are now come to be known. Oh, but Lord of mercy.
Who's there?
Nobody's here. Nobody. I don't know what you're talking about. Nobody's here. It's the sound of the wind. Windy, yes, wind. Nothing more than that. Nothing at all. Right, this looks quite ominous, actually. Could be a scripted. No. Low tide paladin. Ooh, lots of low tide things. Low tide paladins and priests. They're a bit haggard and battered. Oh man. There is no easy way to do this, unfortunately, Fedoran. We know how you like the easy path, but there's, well, there doesn't seem to be one. Wherever we go, we're gonna end up in some form of an encounter. Ferentis. Wait a second. Ferentis. Well, if there is... Sagani reporting back here that there's a lone monk in this room. If there's ever a path that is the easiest, it is taking a man on all on his own, surely.
Hey.
Yes, that sounds like a good idea, Fedoran saying. Yes, let's go here and challenge the lone man, yes. Take him on 6-on-1, 7-on-1. I call that fair.
Hey.
Coming through! Adair, speak with him, please.
Hey.
Tufts of downy grey hair sprout from the back of this man's scalp like shrubs. His lower lip curls inward over a row of teeth that appear to have mostly fallen out, and a musty odour hangs about him like a fog.
Is that you, Edith? I thought I'd lost you.
He's obviously old and mad. Bless him. Perhaps we won't strike him down.
I see this man's mind, shattered, crumbling, even as we stand here.
Yes, I got that, Zawa. I am a watcher. I could sense there's a bit of that going on.
I called for you. I wanted to search, but the blizzard lasted days. I'm so sorry.
He extends a hand in a gesture of apology, but then the fingers curl and he draws it back. He squints as if trying to see you better.
But wait. We did find you. When the thaw finally came, I saw you rigid, frozen. You cannot be Edith. No, we are in the Abbey. Gift bearers. And you must be the Tidebringer.
Tidebringer? Well, Fedoran is an honest chap. And if we tell the truth, we might get some information. And again, if we say we're the Tidebringer, we may get more. I don't know, actually. We can't lie to an old man that's mad, surely. No, I've come here to find something, Fedoran say. A reliquary.
Do I imagine this? How can that be? The Abbey does not receive visitors.
It does today.
I suppose it matters little. The Tidebringer will come one day, and the terrible cycle will continue. The halls of silence. They take our minds, memory by memory. It would be peaceful, we were told, like going to sleep. Look around you. We, the low tide, who have been sealed down here all these many years, do we seem at peace to you? We are lost, terrified.
Who are you?
No one has asked me in I don't know how long. Who was I? I was the High Abbot, wasn't it?
High Abbot?
High Abbot Ferentis. That was me. Or the one before me, if not. No longer, though. I am just another brother of the low tide. I remember a woman. Was she my wife? She had curls in her hair, and she spoke softly. What became of her? I carry so many memories that I took from strangers who wanted to be rid of them. I don't know what's mine anymore. And there are so many holes. Every image a blur or a void. Would that I could be free of this place. Free to make new memories. To know who I am.
Okay, so you mentioned the Tidebringer. What is this Tidebringer meant to do?
The Tidebringer comes to replace the High Abbot. The ritual is called... It is called... The Rising. Yes. We carry so many memories. Tragic or dangerous, some. We live above for a time, devoted to Andra. Then we come here to forget it all. Wash our souls clean of the memories. When it is done, a Tidebringer is summoned. Those above, the high tide, they become the low tide. It means they are brought here to the halls of silence. But not before the old low tide are removed, drowned in a flood, and swept away.
Oh, so
The Rising.
Probably with the bodies in the ice that we saw in the cave. Okay. So you did not choose to be here, obviously.
Did we? We did. We chose it when we thought it was our duty and that it would be peaceful. But the more we forget, the less we understand. Every day something familiar becomes strange. If I had known, I'd never have accepted my assignment to the Abbey. Nor would many, I suspect.
He made his choice when he was of sound mind. He's not himself anymore. Better to finish the ritual and release him back to the wheel.
Right. Well, I mean, obviously they did attack us, but they are not of sound mind, so... what does he want from me? More? What do you want? Well, I suppose, what more do you want from me? More to the point. What can he do for us?
There is a relic, an aspergillum, it was called. What was it? Well, it doesn't matter. It controls the floodwaters, but also the outer floodgates. Andra's Witness. That is the name. It is down here, but I don't recall how to reach it. The High Abbot knows. If you can find out from him, you could set us free. Open the gates. We would leave in peace and finish our lives in dignity.
Are you sure it's wise to release the low tide in their condition? They attacked me for no apparent reason moments ago.
We are all so old now. There is little damage we could do in this state.
Oh, I beg to differ. I beg to differ.
I don't know. We had this old fella in Gilded Veil. Looked harmless, couldn't talk, but he'd bite you if you tried to steal his steak when no one was looking.
Once we are free of this place, we will be able to make memories again. The confusion and paranoia will pass.
I mean, it's very sad, their plight, very sad indeed, but I don't think Fedoran is up for releasing these things. We've seen what they've just done. We've seen what damage, little damage, they can do. No. I'm afraid not. But we'll leave him to think that we're going to help him. I'll see what I can do, Fedoran's saying, if only just to get past without any further confrontation.
Use the door behind me. Safer that way.
Okay, so recover Andra's Witness. Yeah, we ain't doing that, I'm afraid to say. I mean, Fedoran is a very helpful person. He helps where he can, but this is just probably a step too far. So what do we need to do in terms of Minea? Burden of memory. Find the salt well. So she needs to wash away that haunting memory. She needs to find the salt well. Right, okay. Now I have no clue where a salt well will be, but for the time being, I don't think it's going to be down here. I think it will be in the upper levels, if anywhere. Potentially.
Hey.
So we'll keep going. We'll keep exploring, and we'll see what we come across.
Of course.
Okay.
Ready, Watcher.
Doors open.
Right.
What do you finding the? Oh damn! Who's this? Low Tide Priest. Oh, here we go. Here we go. I think collecting the relic for him is probably a side quest. Sounds like he's down here. Nope. He's not. Right, okay, we're going to just scoot across the way and see what we can see. Acrid pungent smell, a pit of some kind. Some gems. And away round. Nicely done. Sealed halls. That's not good, is it?
Hey.
Run! Come on, Ginger. Keep up.
Ready, Watcher.
That's a Ganny. Just going to keep an eye on this guy. When he goes back inside, she's going to give the signal.
Hey.
Now! Now! Oh, bloody hell! Too soon! Too soon! Retreat! Retreat! Damn and blast! Sorry, buddy.
Hey.
Even when we try, we still fail miserably.
Hey.
Ready, Watcher.
Okay, so we got a room down here. Patrolling Paladin up here. Where's she going? She's going down into this room. Right. I mean, we could probably just storm this place and take care of these guys quite happily, but there's just something more refined about trying to do it with stealth. Plus, we're also limiting the casualties. You know, these poor things, not of sound mind. Do we wish to leave a trail of bodies where we go? No. Okay, let's see if we can get ourselves... Oh, she goes up there, I see. Aha! So only giving the signal again.
Of course. Hey.
Right, Fedoran feeling confident that he can take care of this situation. Different scenes of an ocean shoreline are carved into 4 stone panels, arranged almost haphazardly at different heights along a network of rails. He inspects the panel. They're affixed to a set of rails that curve and crisscross in patterns that remind you of seaweed. There are 4 depressions in the wall behind the rails in which the panels look like they would fit. The panel shows variously a barren shore, a city in flames, a flourishing city, and a tidal wave. So we've got a flourishing city, then a city in flames, then a tidal wave, then a barren shore. I'm thinking that's probably the order. Okay. The first empty depression would be that of a flourishing city. It's nice, it's hustling and bustling, it's all prosperous. And then, all of a sudden, a fire breaks out, casting the city into chaos. And when all is doomed, a tidal wave comes to put out the flames. But it's too late, however, because once the tidal wave has passed, all that is left is a barren shore. Maybe not. Well, there goes my theory. Alright, okay. Let's have a look. Let's have a look. Mark well the order, you say. Mark well the order. Right, okay. So I don't know the order. I thought that would have made sense. A little story there, but no. Perhaps the barren shore came first. So there was nothing there but a barren shore. And then they built a fabulous city upon the barren shore. But the city burst into flames. It did, oh yes it did. But the fires were put out by a tidal wave. And they all lived happily ever after. No. Curse you. Curse you indeed. Okay. There's probably a clue somewhere in here as to the order of this thing. It's probably a clue. Let me see. Okay. Well, I'm not seeing. It's obviously broken, Fedora. It's obviously broken, this device. We need to inspect the rest of this level for more detail.
Hey.
That's right. Yes. More explorations required, and that will probably involve killing things also, I'm afraid to say, whilst we look for clues. The rising waterway. For how many different? Yeah, there's too many different combinations to do it by. To do it by random chance is unlikely.
Hey.
Sorry, people, but time to die. Oh dear, right, come. Okay. This is getting out of control here. I'm not impressed with these things. Jesus. These buggers are tough, you know. Goodness grief. They don't half take some hits. Look at that.
Hey.
They don't mess about, do they?
Hey.
Uh-oh. Scraping and screeching and... The rising waterway. You know,
Hey.
perhaps we were too hasty. Let's just take another look here. Just one more little look, perhaps.
Ready when you are.
Dawn hates to be defeated. So we just have to get them in the right order. Perhaps it goes backwards rather than forwards. So if we go with the... tidal wave first, but that makes no sense. The tidal wave is on this picture, so you can put one into place and then press a button. Try that. So I think we'll try this one. So Baron Shaw we said was first, right? Okay, well, in our second version of events, and then press the recess stone button. Of their own accord, the panels slide back to the. So that's a way to reset. That's a way to reset it. Pressing the button midway through. So you've got to get it in the right order. There's got to be a logic to this thing. The fire definitely comes before the tidal wave, because look, the tidal wave, there's the smoke of the city, and then the tidal wave is going over the smoke. Yeah? So that's got to come after the fire. But then we've done the city first. So we've done city, wave, no, city, flame, wave, barren shore, but then we did barren shore, city. Ah, that's a good point. Let's try that way. So what are we saying first? So flourishing city. Flourishing city. No, wait a second. Fire first. What? So city in flames. So a city. Oh, a city's on fire. Holy cow! The city is on fire. So the city's on fire. City's on fire. Then the wave comes. Yeah, to put the flames out. Right, barren shore. But then the city returns in due course. Ooh. Ooh, a small tile about a waist high slides back. Beneath there is an image of an ocean wave curled around a crescent moon. Oh, very good. So the city got put out. There was nothing left of it. But then, in due course, it makes no sense to me, that at all. My version was better. But anyway, there you go. Fedor! You see, perseverance wins the day. Ah, very good, Fedor. Hey. Very good. So have we opened something? What have we opened? What have we done? What did we do? What do we do? What did that open? Not a clue.
Hey.
Did something. It certainly did something, but what it did we do not know. We do not know what it did. Let's just have another look around. Did it do anything here? I don't think so. No doors in the no doors that we have previously seen are open. Nothing here. Strange. I would have thought there was a way. He's told us to go this way. It's safer this way. So there's got to be a way through this way, surely. Makes no sense to double back on ourselves and go further into the temple. Turbulent murmur. Unless, of course, try this pool again, maybe. No? What about this? Sealed shut. How very bizarre. Rising. We've obviously done something with water, haven't we? We've unlocked or unleashed some water somewhere. Just making sure there's no way down here. So we unlock not that. There's definitely no way down, is there? Look, you can't jump down. There's no way down. 4 panels. Can't. There's no.
Light, flame, and sound. We'll keep to ourselves.
Nothing to touch. No hidden thingies. You can hear water trickling. Okay, I think we've got to explore parts of the temple that we haven't already been to be honest. Perhaps it's unlocked something in an area that we haven't yet seen. Maybe somewhere around here, perhaps? So, we'll go down this way. Okay.
Hey.
This area is forbidden. Sorry, apologies. Really? That's all you got to say for yourself? Eh? Huh? Halls of Presence. Hall of Sight. Where have we been punted to? What the? Who's there? This is very odd. I don't know where we've come, how we've got here. Kyoto is waiting for me. Yes, you may not believe this, but I am the Tidebringer. I'm trying to say this most convincing tone. The guard's eyes narrow. How can I be sure? I am here to replace the High Abbot. If you do not let me pass, I will see to it that your bed is moved out here. The guard's eyes bulge. He puts his hand up in apology. Forgive my caution. We were told to expect you. The High Abbot awaits you inside. Of course he does. Now step aside.
Hey.
We have no idea where we are. But
they call out sometimes. Even the guards below think it's strange.
For Andra, most like. They surely long for her embrace.
Oh. The High Abbot? Where can I find the High Abbot? I'm a bit lost. High Abbot? Up here, maybe?
Smells like an ocean breeze. We've got to be close.
Have your wits about you. Officer, we are here on false pretenses. This is just odd. This is just odd. We were summoned to. We were told we were trespassing, and then they've somehow appeared in the exact location we need to be. It's kind of thrown me off a little bit, to be honest. But anyway, it's not thrown Fedoran off because he's in full. He's in full swing, spouting his fairy tales. Good grief, where on earth are we? Oh, this looks like a High Abbot's room. Oh, there you go. Ooh, High Abbot Kyoto. Oh, shoot. Now we could be in trouble. There's a lot of people in this room. Where the other Andrites in the Abbey are clad in drab, functional garments, this Amaur seems dressed for an occasion. His robe is bright and glossy. His neck and arms are bedecked with jewellery. The symbols of his goddess are crowded into every available space. I hate these kind of situations. I would much rather be better positioned for a fight. Mind you, to be fair, we are kind of backs to a wall, so it's not too bad.
Ah, good. The Conclave has elected a Tidebringer after all. I had begun to worry.
Oh, even the High Abbot himself is convinced that we are the Tidebringer. Well, Fedoran is very happy about that, and trying to step into the role with Minea's help, because obviously she's got some semblance of knowledge of these people's customs, surely. He looks back up, noticing your company, and nods.
And they took my advice in providing you an escort.
Yes.
Very good. I am sorry I could not make your journey easier.
But lucky for you, I have a good host here, and, well, we swept all aside that stood in our path.
I am Kauto, the High Abbot.
Oh, Kauto, oh, I've been pronouncing it wrong. I came as soon as I could.
And just in time. The May Queen's tide is nearly past its peak. Much longer, and we'd have had to wait another year.
Yeah, we've all had this moment, haven't we, where we've probably talked ourselves into a situation that we really had no reason to be in, and he's obviously talking as if he knows. He's talking as if we are this Tidebringer, as if we know what he's talking about, when we have a sinking feeling that we have no clue what he's talking about, and we're just kind of trying to make it sound like we do know what he's talking about. At least I know I've been in that situation before. You're just trying to bumble your way through, nodding, smiling, as if you know what you're talking about, you know what he's talking about. I am completely in the right place here, not a problem.
The rules of the Rising are quite clear on that, unfortunately.
Oh, of course. I am a sucker for following the rules.
When you are ready, we will begin with the recitation.
Recitation, you say? Recitation, of course, the recitation. Yes, well, Fedoran glancing at Minea with a bit of panic on his face. We're not going to give any games away about meeting people. Just smile and nod. The recitation. I don't think we should really be mentioning a reliquary at this point either. It's a bit soon. Recitation.
You seem nervous.
Well, I've never been one for a big occasion. I just like to do things on the down low, as they say.
The Conclave chose you for a reason. For a devout follower of Ondra, the answers will flow naturally to you.
Oh, I'm sure they will, but you know, the nervous anticipation gets to us all, doesn't it?
I remember my own rising. The Conclave sent me on the same exhausting journey. When it came time for the recitation, I could not remember a word.
Oh, so you'll forgive me if I stutter and stumble through. But I'm sure I won't.
But it all came back in time.
In time, yes.
Our goddess smiles upon the forgetful.
I hope she flipping smiles on me. He taps the large golden ring with a wave insignia as though it were proof.
Our library is open to you, as are the grounds outside. There is a beautiful mural out there that you should see, if you haven't yet.
Oh, I think I may have seen the mural. It was a spectacular sight, I must admit.
And you may, of course, speak with the gift-bearers here, if it helps your recollection.
Ah, so I have time to prepare for the recitation. Oh, marvellous, marvellous. I shall prepare away and threaten and cajole some poor gift-bearer to give me the damn words.
Take your time and examine these things before your recitation.
Oh, I understand, High Abbot. I shall come back when I am truly ready. It makes not to rush these things.
I know you will not disappoint when the time comes.
Right. Very good. Thank you for your understanding. I shall be back in due course. Okay. We need to complete the recitation. Fedoran better get to investigating and exploring for clues of what the flipping hell this recitation's about. Oh boy. We have free reign here, which is good. I don't think we're going to find recitation in pots. Right, okay. We can speak to the Ondrites, apparently.
Yeah?
We welcome you. You're damn right you do.
Hey.
They are convinced we are the Tidebringer. Yes, well... this door is locked, and we won't just walk on through just yet. We won't cause scenes, if we can help it. This is the dinner chambers. Ondra, spells, swingers...
I never knew. Did you hide in the White March after that?
As far away as I could. The Dominels didn't care I was a gift bearer. Evidence is evidence.
More locked chests, gift bearers.
Ready when you are.
Probably just not really much to say.
The High Abbot imparted to me that I wasn't alone, that he has nightmares sometimes as well.
Truly?
Oh, it surprised me to hear it. He has such a peaceful manner.
Yes. So we'll just get the lay of the land to start with before we start
Even with your labors, your presence of mind never falters.
poking around.
I don't know how you do it.
Perhaps your thoughts would swim deeper if your tongue didn't come out for air so often, dear brother.
Right, so we have the Crested Hall, the Halls of Silence, the Ramparts of the Abbey. I wonder if we have the entirety of this whole abbey at our disposal right now, which means that perhaps we can explore further afield than just this level. Ooh.
What's this?
Indeed. Maybe just a little poke around won't harm too much.
And what does the flame reveal? Zabo will see it done. I have done as you asked.
Okay, so this is just a little bit of an alternative way. So we've got ramparts, halls of silence, crested hall, and crested quarters. There's obviously a whole area this side to explore.
All right then.
Yes, a library would be a good bet. If you can find a library, that would be marvellous.
He seemed preoccupied.
I expect I would be too in his position.
Smells fresh. That can't be the salt well.
Oh, of course, Monet looking for the salt well. Gift bearer Biaska. So there's a named gift bearer there. That could be a good start. Oh, look at this. Massive crystal.
Hey.
We can speak with her. The Chamber of the Fallen Moon. Okay, we'll bear that in mind as well.
Then.
Just keep going. Once we've got an entire look at everything on this level, we shall start our proper explorations in more detail. Okay. It's a good thing for Doran quickly thought on his feet there. Yes, because this could have been far more tricky and we had to fight everybody. He's certainly right there. What have we got here? Stairs going up and door out. That goes to the Abbey of the Fallen Moon. That goes to the the Reliquary. Oh. Halls of Silence again.
Hey.
A door, which we have no access to here. And you may enter. Ah, I can enter now, can I? Thank you. What is this? I've not got a clue.
Malkachoa
It's
reveals
here.
many things.
The salt well.
The salt well. Ah. In the room is a pool. It's small but deep enough that you can't see the bottom. The glassy surface almost looks frozen. So does Minea. She stands rooted in place, staring at it.
You know, I thought it'd be bigger.
Yes, well, you know, we're very busy. We're supposed to be the tidebringer. We can't dawdle. What are you waiting for?
You know how when you've been thinking about something so long, you're worried that when you finally get it, it won't be what you expected?
Yes, but you won't know unless you do it. Come on. We don't want to draw suspicion.
I mean, for all we know, that thing's just filled with leeches.
Stop stalling.
Don't remind me.
Listen. We can't even remember what she told us. She was that confused at the time, it made no sense. Do it or don't do it. Just make up your mind.
You're right. Okay. Here goes.
She shakes her arms and legs out with a jingling of metal. Striding forward, she steps into the pool. Perhaps we should have shut the door.
Oh, that's cold!
She convulses with a sudden shiver, rattling her jewellery. She descends the steps until she's standing in water up to her neck. Do you feel anything?
I think I'm going numb, actually. This is the right pool, isn't it?
She frowns and cranes her neck around the room. Well, I mean, this is a temple to Ondra. Perhaps you need to give up something? Her eyes go wide and she snaps her fingers.
I've got it.
She digs through her pack and produces a thick bundle of cloth bound with leather. It's the same bundle you glimpsed earlier. She snaps the leather cords and unrolls the cloth, revealing a wine bottle.
Took this from the Marcheso's cellar the night I awakened. Been saving it for a special occasion.
Saving it, you say? No wonder you... Bloody hell, no wonder you made no sense, speaking at the campfire earlier on. I bet you were half cut. Minea drops the rest of the broken bottle into the pool, where it spirals into the depths. Meanwhile, the wine has formed a roiling, bloody cloud in the water. It spreads in long, swirling tendrils. What the hell? This is not good, surely. The surface of the pool ripples and Minea paddles at the spreading cloud. Crimson tentacles erupt from it, writhing and reaching. Minea gasps as one wraps around her arm.
Minea, take my hand!
Wait! This is all part of what needs to happen. Do not interfere. Another wine-coloured tentacle wraps around her head. She shouts as it pulls her under. Oh dear. This is all part of the plan, people. Remain calm. Minea disappears into the pool. You can't see anything through the crimson murk. Even Fedora's beginning to get a little bit panicked now. Except for the blossoming cloud of wine. The waters look perfectly still again. The seconds crawl by. Sagani giving Fedoran a furious look. He's fumbling for words.
Allow me to retrieve her. I will fight this wine tentacle monster.
No, I'm sure this is all part of what needs to happen. It's all a ritual. These things wouldn't set out to kill her, surely. At last, bubbles break the surface. See? Fedoran once again smirking and looking smug with himself. Just similar to the situation with the grappling hook and Adair. Are you all right? She thinks for a moment and then nods. She climbs up the steps and out of the salt well. As she does, the reddish colour dissipates from the water, leaving only the glassy clear surface and the unfathomable depths below. What do you remember? She squints, thinking. Water pools at her feet.
I remember running, but I don't remember what chased me. And I remember fear, but I don't remember what scared me.
She looks back at the salt well.
I gave something up, but I don't remember why.
Well then, seeing as you set out to forget, I'd suggest it worked. She tilts her head to one side and wiggles her finger in her ear until a spurt of water streams out.
I'll take your word for it.
Something drips onto the floor. She holds her right arm up and looks at the trickle of blood running from a cut in her hand. She takes a folded cloth, the one she'd wrapped the wine bottle in, from the floor and staunches the bleeding. And she is being granted clean conscience. And we have completed the burden of memory. I think that's a success. Grants her +2 to dexterity. Nice indeed.
I'm here.
Fedoran's always right, indeed he is. He's always right. Ooh, look at these rings. Gwyn's Band of Union. 4 to intellect. Bloody hell.
What?
Has anybody got an intellect ring on? Because that certainly would be an upgrade to whatever we're wearing. I think he's got an intellect, not a ring, but an intellect. He got an intellect buffing thing. I think it's his hat. Yeah, +2 to intellect. Could change his immunity to confused. Fedoran could use intellect. He's good for a mage, good for the AoE radius, but he's got his little magic rings on. Does he not have intellect? Oh, from his finery. So it wouldn't stack, it'd suppress. +1 to intellect for Sagani. Sigil of the Arcane. It would be an upgrade for her, at the very least. Not that she would use intellect as much as the others, I don't think, but seeing as it is an upgrade to the intellect, we shall give it to her. So she now has intellect 17. She doesn't have many AoE spells, but it'll increase the duration of anything else that she may have, like hobbled and stuff.
Zawa is ready.
Anyway, let's not get distracted. Back to the task at hand.
Zawa will see it done.
Ooh. St. Widgelt's Cudgel.
Hey.
I'll take a look.
Very good. Thank you for access to the salt well. We've all purged ourselves of sin.
Zawa is ready.
Hey.
So I think we've explored the entirety of this area. So this is Hall of the Tidal Wave. This is where we need to do this recitation thing. Halls of Silence. Right. The Halls of Silence is where we were. That's where we were with those low tide people. So that's not where we need to go. Abbey of the Fallen Moon. Not sure where that goes. That could be useful. The Reliquary definitely sounds like the place we need to be. But now, if we get caught in there, would that cause issue? I don't know. The Ramparts of the Abbey. That could be useful. But the very first thing, there is somebody to potentially speak with there. So let's do that first. But we're not seeing anything obviously that's slapping us in the face that would give us a hint. Actually, have we been up here? Nothing slapping us in the face that would suggest to us what exactly the recitation is about.
I will try.
Which is a little bit
I have done as you asked.
worrying, really.
Hey.
But perhaps all will become clear in this room right here. This looks like the High Abbot's quarters, perhaps. We have selected correspondences of Giftbringer Iden. That could be useful. Let's put that in there. The Moons of Aora, no. Let's have a look at this one. Okay. I hope nobody heard that. Journal of the High Abbot, that could definitely be useful. And some potions.
Hey.
Okay, so that's a good start. We've got some correspondence to read. Let's just shut these doors, shall we? Nobody's been snooping around here. I don't know what you're talking about. And where's there a door in the wall? Did I miss something? Right. Well, let's do a little bit of reading to start with. Right, let's close that down. It's just these quests at this point really do not take precedence of our time and efforts. So we've got correspondence of gift bringer Aiden. Okay, so sing, O ocean waves of Ondra's sorrow, of her unrequited love for the unattainable moon. Sing of the ocean's sorrow, so that we may forget our own. Each day the tides reenact Ondra's longing for the great moon. The waters reach out at high tide, yearning for the heavenly body, only to slump into low tide when the moon proves unattainable. If you have to remember any of this, we're screwed. People, read this with me and flipping remember. I'm in your brains here. You asked me once why I loved Ondra so dearly. How could I go from a life on dry land to being a devotee to the goddess of the oceans? I sing of the ocean's sorrow so that I may forget my own. It is Ondra's message that speaks to my heart. I have devoted my life to helping others discard painful memories, for that is the gift Ondra gave me. When I lost my young daughter, my wife and I were inconsolable until the gift-bearer offered to take my toddler's toys and cast them into the deepest waters. Truth be told, I and the other gift-bearers I know have never spoken to Ondra. She is largely silent, and when she does speak, she uses floods and tidal waves instead of words, but we sing of the ocean's sorrow so that others may forget theirs. Ondra's story, the story of desire unanswered, actually matters to people like you and me. Magran cannot steer you to victory over sadness. Hylia cannot force joy down a crying throat. Only Ondra can give us the strength to persevere when life seems without worth. And that is the answer to your question regarding why I love my goddess so dearly. Okay. That's okay. Could be some clues in there, I think. Could be some clues in there. But until we get put on the spot, we're never going to know. Right, okay. So, they must have gone into our quest log here. The Journal of the High Abbot. This volume appears to serve many functions. There are notes in it detailing schedules and routines at the Abbey. There are favourite passages from Ondrite texts annotated with personal insights. There are also descriptions of dreams. Many seem purely symbolic, but one entry is of interest. It's been long since I dreamt of my rising. Yet now, with another rising soon upon us, this is the 5th time in a week. Perhaps channeled here, I can put it to rest. So this is what he... And perhaps this is his rising, at which point it could follow a similar path. I am walking through the halls of silence. I feel eyes on me from all sides. Angry, vengeful eyes. Not unsimilar, or dissimilar rather, to what we've experienced, walking through the halls of silence to start with. I arrange the panels, which we did, and curl my hands into the sign of the tide, the right as the wave, the left tracing the crescent moon with my 2 outer fingers. The way opens to me. So right hand, wave, left hand, fingers tracing crescent moon with the 2 outer fingers. I climb the steps, and Ondra's witness is installed there, the old aspergillum, set to operate the valves. Ondra's witness, that's the chap he's asked us to collect that or something, hasn't he? We're not going to do that, but so I use it like a lever, and then the water rises. There are angry shouts, and when I cover my ears, they are louder still. But the water continues upward, far past where it should. I climb as high as I can, but I feel it icy on my feet. Then it is over my head, and I cannot breathe. Suddenly, I am outside the reliquary, looking at the veil of tears. The witness is in my hand, and the veil parts for it. I step through to the one place in the abbey I feel protected. Only when I pass inside I come out in total darkness. I call for help. I'm shouting, screaming for help. There is no answer. I stop. I sit there in the dark, waiting for what seems like ages. Then I realise I don't know who I am. Well, there you go, folks. Cast that to your memory banks. Oh. I've learned how Kyoto performed the rising. He used a secret sign, the right hand as a wave, the left hand tracing the symbol of the crescent moon with the two out fingers, to reach the aspergillum. I need to access the reliquary. While convenient, pretending to be the Tidebringer is no longer necessary. Well, it is, because it allows us free access, you fool.
Hey.
Don't blow your cover now just because you know how to get to the bloody reliquary and all that nonsense. I hope. Well, that's not going to cause everybody to become hostile. As far as anybody's concerned, we are still the Tidebringer. Perhaps we just need to sneak into the reliquary, to be quite honest with you, and have this whole charade put to bed. But I kind of want to go through with the recitation now.
Yeah?
Gift bearer Biaska. The gift bearer holds in her hand a gem the size of a fist. She draws a curved line in the air over it and then tosses it into the water. As the gem hits the water, it disappears from sight as though it has dissolved. Greetings? She ignores you. I'm not going to ask questions about the gem.
Hey.
Anything that makes us appear to be not knowledgeable is not a good thing. Right, I think we can head to the reliquary. I might be wrong. It's one of two choices at this point. We either go into the reliquary now, which seems to me, I don't know, it seems a little bit dangerous, uninvited perhaps, or we go through with the recitation. That seems to be the only two choices. Now, we've just been told that we don't need to continue this charade any longer because we know... If this screws us over, or screws up, going into the reliquary without actually going through with the ritual, I'm kind of not gonna reload it. I'm in two minds here. But then if we screw up the recitation, similarly, there'll be no reloading it either.
Hey.
Okay. Oh dear, I should have probably just gone through the recitation. I really want to, I don't know. Maybe there's nobody in here. Oh. Ah, well, it looks like Looks like we're not going through there anyway. There's a barrier.
All right.
A long time ago that was. Saw the abbot holding the witness, and the veil of tears parted for him.
We haven't used this. We haven't used the secret sign. You see, to unlock the doors, possibly. Do you know what? Good, because I wanted to do the recitation anyway.
Hey.
I wanted to do the recitation anyway. Not a problem. Oh, of course, silly Billy. If we want to unlock that force field, we're going to have to follow follow the book here. So we arrange the panels, climb the steps, and Ondra's witness is installed. The old aspergillum. Set to operate the valves. I use it like a lever and then the water rises. So we need the witness. We need Ondra's witness for that veil of tears that's blocking the way to part. Okay, so that will get us the witness. So that to get the witness, we arrange the panels. We've done that bit. The way opens to me. I climb the steps. What steps? This is the part that we're kind of missing. Okay.
Hey.
I don't know what steps he's talking about. Ramparts of the Abbey? Maybe? No. Come on. Let's get this recitation done. I'm now beginning to think the recitation is probably the more dangerous path, because if we screw it up, the game is given away and we're going to be attacked on sight. Whereas if we keep following the journal's instructions, I think that's probably the safer path. And there's this room that we can't access here, which is kind of making me think, is there a way into this room? Top of the Abbey. Ah, somebody said about a hidden door. Right, okay. Let's just have a quick look in this room again. I think there's a door that we've missed. Here. In fact, oh, there are some steps here, but we can't actually do anything about them. This is probably a way out once we've done what we need to do, maybe. Okay. So that's not the way. Just going to go to the ramparts next. That's the only part of the temple that we haven't explored properly yet. We'll just have a quick peek. I actually wonder if we can freely move in the lower level now that we have announced ourselves as the Tidebringer, because we didn't explore the entirety of the lower level, so there could be stairs or something there that we're not aware of. What's this? The Passages of Ondra, Halls of Presence. Right. Let's just have a quick peek around. What's this? Door is sealed shut. What's this? What's that? Halls of Presence. Giant skeletal rib cage.
Something familiar about this place. It reeks of divine meddling.
What's this? Halls of Presence. Lots of ways into the Halls of Presence here.
Hey.
See you later, chum.
Kauto knew Saman was upon us.
The Tidebringer. It's been so long.
My soul is ready, brother.
Okay, so this is actually the outside. We would have come this way had we taken it upon ourselves to march through the front doors, which obviously was not going to happen. So this is a mural outside that I think the High Abbot mentioned.
You look pale, sister. Find someone to take your place. I'll stand watch.
I'd hoped I was over this illness, but clearly not. I shall take your advice.
She's not well. She's feeling a bit peaky, the poor lass. Goodness me, this place is huge. That's another way in. Right, let's have a look at this mural. I've had my dinner. Dinner is done and dusted. A mural is rendered on the face of the rock. Four panels seem to be arranged as a story. Well, this is the clue that we obviously missed before activating the order of the panels. First panel, Anthu, the end. Second panel, the flood. Third panel, Dissamum, the ebb. Fourth panel, the Anthu, the beginning. Yes, we know that. We've already bloody figured that bit out. See you later, Shelley.
Hey.
So we already know that bit. Right, okay. Still none the wiser, though. Still none the wiser as to walking through the halls of silence. Feel eyes on me from all sides. Arrange the panels and curl my hands into the sign of the tide and the right... blah 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 blah. The way opens to me. I climb the steps and Ondra's witness is installed there. Right, we need to go back down. I don't think we've explored the entirety of that lower level. Apparently there are some stairs there that lead to something that we need. With that in hand, we can unlock the veil. That's what I'm thinking right now. That's what I'm thinking. Abbey of the Fallen Moon. Have we been out that side? Yeah, because Fedoran, I mean, I would personally like to go and try the recitation. If you know, I think it'd be quite fun to try it and see what happens. But
all right then.
Fedoran is not up for that, I'm afraid. I mean, he does like to spin a tail and whatnot, but given the amount of people in that room and the threat of things going wrong and him buckling under pressure, he's not down for that. Now, where does this go? He is not down for trying to cobble his way through a recitation. He likes to be armed with knowledge and certainty. He likes to talk about things that he knows about. He likes, you know, embellish things, and he doesn't like to try and bumble his way through if he can help it. Not when there's so much on the line. Right, definitely. Hey. We need to go back down. We unlocked the mural, and we didn't really find, and we were looking for it at the time, we didn't really find what that mural, or the panels, what they unlocked. Couldn't find what they unlocked. And I still think we haven't found it properly. We were sort of whisked up here by some random event, and I think we need to go back down into the Halls of Silence. We're going to go down to the Halls of Silence from a different place. We're going to go down from this side and take a look around. And I'm hoping that now, because we are, you know, accepted as the Tidebringer, perhaps news may have filtered downstairs, possibly. But if it hasn't, we'll just chop them down and find what we need to find.
Hey.
Because I don't think we've found it yet. We certainly haven't found it yet, and it's definitely not up here. There's just some other steps that lead to somewhere else, and we will find it. We will get there. We will get what we need to get, and we will do what we need to do. Right, yeah. It's either something to do with this bloody gate here. I'm sure there's a gate in, and there's no way.
All right,
to
then.
Unlock. Yeah, look, we're friendly now. No, it's not. No. Oh, it's gonna pump me back upstairs again. Oh, bloody hell! Bloody hell! Ugh. You bastards!
Hey.
Right, let's forget that. Let's go to the other entrance. The only alternative is to attack them and kill them all, but would that trigger everybody up here to be enemies? These are all questions that we don't know the answers to now. So many complications.
Hey.
I should have saved it before I came down here, because I'm going to end up attacking these morons in a minute. Ooh, where are we? Halls of Presence. Ondrite Crescent Ward, Ondrite Mind Gazer. So these aren't low tide, these are separate entities, and I think we're kind of stuck now, really. Unless we go back down to the cliffs, I can't see any obvious ways. The rising waterway is there. Can't see any ways back into this area here. Unfortunately.
Of course.
Kind of stuck now.
Light, flame, and sound. We'll keep to ourselves.
Right, I'm going to try and get as far as I can with Sagani. If only to see if we find any sort of steps or something.
Mind your center. You always knew this time would come.
I've seen the other side, brother. I'll find its waters again, warm and soothing.
If we can just explore and find out if there are any other steps in this place, it would at least alleviate our core, you know, our curiosity at least. If there are no steps, there are no obvious steps leading to some article that we need, then we can just resort ourselves to having to conduct the recitation. But this is looking promising. This is looking promising. Ramparts. Okay, so we can come in this side via the rampart. Somebody's coming. Somebody's coming. Run. Okay, so this is a way in. There's the halls of presence. There's a giant skeletal hip. Other than this area here, I'm not really seeing an obvious way to go. Oh, for God's sake, what are you doing? You idiots. Just need to avail myself that there are no other little hidden ways to go that we have missed. Oh, look how close that was. Oh, jeez. Oh, that's close again. Let's close. I don't think there's anything there. There's going to be no steps there. Right, okay, so Sagani is now free to explore here on her own because nobody else is going to be anywhere near her. But what we're going to actually do is go back to the... door is sealed shut. Go back to this area here where all the ice was, because we unlocked something. We've done the panels, right? We've done the panels, so something obviously did unlock somewhere. You just need to figure out where it was. Well, this is still a dead end. Hello guys, you just stay there. Sit pretty. We'll find out. We'll get this eventually, don't you worry. This is something to do with this. I'm telling you now. I don't think we knew the secret sign when we did the panels though. So I'm wondering if we can do the secret sign now. After the event maybe.
I'm on the trail.
That's the only thing I can think of, is that we are missing the secret sign. There's a lever there, but I can't do anything with that. Right, let's try and see if we can do a secret sign now. Oh! It's all about the secret sign. Perform the secret sign. Right, here we go. We curl our hand, do the secret sign. There we go. That opens the pathway for us. Very good. There we are. Got there eventually. Now we can go across. However, we need our entire party, I imagine, to get across and go to a different part of the map. We'll continue on without the party for now.
Ready, Watcher.
There shouldn't really be any Ondrite's here, right? Fedoran will be spitting feathers that he that he has not got to do the secret sign himself. He will not be happy. Oh, do you know what? We might not even need... We just need this. We just need this. Sagani,
Ready, Watcher.
take it. Embedded in this deep semicircular slab is what looks to be a vessel for the sprinkling of holy water. However, it looks more like a lever. There are images engraved on the wall behind it, one of a rising wave and one of an open gate. Point the object towards the rising wave, point the object toward the open gate. Before we do anything, we shall refer to our guidance notes that suggest... Okay, so we've done that. So we've climbed the steps and Ondra's witness is installed there, the old aspergillum set to operate the valves. I use it like a lever and the water rises. There are angry shouts and when I cover my ears they are louder. The water continues upwards. Okay, I'm going to save this. I'm going to save this
Ready,
and fail miserably. So 50-50. Rising, it's got to be a rising wave, hasn't it? A faint trickle of water is audible at the edge of your hearing. It grows steadily into a roaring torrent. And suddenly the party appear, finally. Where have you guys been? This is perfectly normal. Don't panic. Let it drown you, and then we will awake outside the reliquary. Oh boy, it's fine. This is supposed to happen. Trust in Fedoran, he knows what he's talking about. This is just like Minea's situation. This is perfectly normal. This is perfectly normal. Human voices echo through the stone halls, pleading, gurgling, screaming. This is all part of the notes. This is all part of the notes. We've read this. And then silence. With a click, the machine releases its hold on the strange rod. You pack the vessel away. Boom.
They gained nothing from their suffering. Better for them to start fresh.
Half of them are already dead.
Hey.
We killed half of them ourselves. Good, good. So we have the lever. All that is left for us to do is to head to the reliquary with it. No need for continuing our charade as a tidebringer, although we still, I imagine, have the ability to do so. Should we require any more... Okay, take me back upstairs then. Apologies, I got a bit lost. I'm tidebringer, obviously. Just exploring, trying to take in the surroundings. I'm just needed a bit of silence, you know, for my recitation, that's right. Yes, just needed a little bit of silence to gather my thoughts. Awfully sorry if I've intruded upon... Oh, where's it taken us? They must just take you to random places on the map. Which is very bizarre. But anyway, seeing as we are now here, we will go into the halls of penance down this side. And then we are almost there. We are almost there. If only it would be as simple as putting a lever somewhere into the reliquary and we can just cancel this great army from crashing down upon... I don't think it's going to be quite that straightforward somehow. But we can only hope.
Hey.
We can only hope that things continue along this very smooth curve.
Hey.
Okay, the reliquary is right here, as we well know. So we shall ascend the stairs, looking over our shoulders, making sure we're not being followed.
Hey.
Here we go. There you go. That's a skull, is it not?
Hey.
It's quite menacing. As soon as you get to the reliquary, I don't think the book continued on as to what we need to do next. Looking at the veil of tears, the witness is in my hand, the veil parts. I step through to the one place in the abbey I feel protected. Only when I pass inside, I come out in total darkness. Okay. Not ominous at all. The reliquary.
I knew the Abbey was a secret, but I had no idea.
What the hell is it? This giant skull, this giant skeleton, whose fingers we used to get here with a grappling hook. We've come across hip bones, we've come across now a giant skull. There's the head, there's the ribs, an arm there, got a leg there, that hand. I mean, what the hell is this thing?
Hey.
Stairs going upwards.
Hey.
So this thing came something hit this thing, or this thing came crashing down. Something hit it with great force. Perhaps we will find out with the reliquary, but there you go, another doorway. So that goes to the Hall of Presence again. And it must be to the quarters of the High Abbot, perhaps. Stairs going up, right to the reliquary itself. Then.
Just say the word.
All right, here we go. Lodged between rows of crystalline rock, a large fragment of metal protrudes. It looks as though it might be possible to pry it loose. Oh. At your touch, the splinter of metal begins to glow orange. Heat surges up your hands and arms and envelops you with such intensity, you feel as though you are melting down. The heat spreads to the world around you, turns it orange, and then yellow, and then white. The ground, the sky, everything around you drips in molten globs and begins to take shape beneath you as if in an invisible mould. You and the shard are the last things to melt and fall, and your addition to the molten pool completes the shape of an immense hammer. The metal cools as quickly as it had heated. The handle is gripped now by two great leathery hands, and the hammer is cocked back over a shoulder as broad and mottled as a hilltop. The wielder whirls around and heaves the hammer, and you are flying upward for what seems like ages into the airless blackness above. As you spin, you catch glimpses of a rock large enough to be a moon. It is close, far too close to the world. The force of the impact shatters hammer and stone alike. The rock is redirected outward, but a section of the front face is cleaved off and begins to fall, splintering apart at the cracks. In 100,000 fragments blossoming outward in all directions, debris showers the atmosphere, trailing smoke and fire. Below, land and sea are far off, but gradually rising up. The largest of the fragments, wide as a city, barrels downward in a fiery cocoon. Its size reduces as the edges immolate, but it won't burn up in time. It lands silently in the distant ocean, sending a column of water skyward and radiating ripples that spread like wrinkles in fabric. Then the sound comes tearing up through the sky. It sounds like thunder. Features are becoming clearer by the moment as you streak toward the earth. You are lodged in an enormous boulder, falling among other smaller fragments that heat and burst around you on all sides. Beneath you, snow-capped mountains rise up, dotted here and there by cities of stone and adra. The impact will be the destruction of all of them. The shadow of your rock fragment is visible now, getting larger by the second. You are moments away from striking the ground when a massive shape throws itself into your path. The last thing you hear sounds like another rumbling impact, but that isn't what it is. It's a chuckle, relieved, breathless. You hear two words: made it. Everything goes dark. You open your eyes. The metal hammer fragment has come free and you now hold in your hands. It's warm to the touch. So that is the skeleton protecting the earth, perhaps? The air around you is suddenly turbulent, spiteful. A cold, damp wind whips your face. Salt crystals collect in your nostrils and the creases of your eyes. The floor below you becomes blue, grey and glassy, churning and rolling, and when you fall, you crash through water. Violent waves hurl and spin you. Something slithers around your ankles, seizes you with incredible strength, drags you down into silty depths.
This is very good.
When you're pulling... sorry. When the pulling stops, you are hovering at the centre of an endless blue abyss. You can see neither surface nor floor. You seem to be facing downward, but there is no way to be sure. A voice sounds from everywhere at once, and the immense pressure wave of each utterance sends you reeling.
Deceitful wretch! Grave robber! You who dig for that which you did not bury. Speak! Explain yourself and be judged.
Bloody hell. So, Andra, we are speaking with here. So you were calling wretch, wench? Fedorn is always a man to speak plainly. I seek a means of defeating an army that threatens my lands.
You seek what is mine, what was rightfully lost.
The outburst propels you, sending you end over end.
Your actions speak for themselves. The battery opened. The forge ignited.
See you later, KCD.
You set free souls that hid from me, that stole from me and evaded my judgment. The dwarves sealed their own fate. The forge was meant to be forgotten. And now, here you are again, denying peace to the buried.
Well, what can I say? Fedorn likes to meddle in other people's affairs. The turbulence around you calms, silt settles like a slow exhalation, and the vast dark seascape beyond, the murk, fades in. Rays of light trickle down from far above onto green gold columns of kelp that rise from the depths and sway back and forth in the current. Fish and mollusks patrol them in groups of hundreds and thousands. The nearest pass you with watchful eyes. Interesting questions. But that is, I'm kind of, yeah. Nothing to do with our quest, but interesting to know the answer to this one. What are the bones of one god doing sealed in the temple of another?
Do not play coy with a god, Watcher. I know you have seen his death. I feel it whenever a forgotten thing is taken from me. Abidin did not deserve to die here.
Abidin?
This place It was the least I could do to give his remains some privacy.
The least you could do?
The least I could do for ending his life.
Light drains from your surroundings. A kelp forest becomes a copse of black tendrils, stark and twisted as regret.
I called the moon down to me. Ione brother. It was against his wishes. He would not listen to reason. Would not listen to me. In his madness, he splintered the moon. But it was not enough. The greatest of the fragments still fell toward that which he would protect. In the end, he took position where it would fall, and absorbed the impact himself.
But why the temple? Why the secrecy?
That time has been forgotten now. And so his death belongs to me. Everything he was before the impact.
But you're still one of the gods. Surely the other gods know this. Surely Abaddon must know. Current surges through the kelp bed, pushing each plant sideways like saplings in a hurricane and propelling you backward amidst a torrent of wayward fish.
No! He cannot know! He must never know! Understand, he was not always as he is now. His body was not all he left behind. He was devoted to progress and industry from the beginning. But so too was he devoted to preservation. In those times, he would let nothing go. Nothing could be forgotten. His will was iron long before his body.
And what was he trying to preserve?
Time has finished much of what I started. I cannot tell you that, mortal, for fear of undoing all its costly work.
Preservation, eh? So that was why he went so far to oppose you.
We agreed long ago, all of us, not to alter the course of Kith's civilization. Not directly. Not unless there were no other choice. But in this matter, there was no other choice. He understood that as well as anyone. It was for duty that he opposed it. I would have stopped it if I could, but by then it was too late.
Insulting a god? Is that wise? Perhaps not.
You may ask.
Why did you pull down Ione Bratha?
The great conundrum of a god is how close to become with your subjects. Too far and they lose hope. Too close and your own judgment fails. Civilizations are meant to ebb and flow. Allow them to persist for too long in power or knowledge, and you invite catastrophe.
Just 2 seconds, guys. I'll be back in a moment. Okay, I'm back. I do apologise. Inopportune phone call timing there. One of my good friends has gone down to London for the week, and just checking in, just checking in. Anyway, I thought it was a good opportunity for a breather. I was coughing and spluttering as we were reading the text recently, and took the opportunity to get a drink as well. Okay, so we were speaking with Andra, and she's talking about Abaddon being crushed by a flying boulder from a moon that she's cast down upon the world, and she's explaining why she's done that now. But a lot of this conversation going over my bloody head, I tell you. Could be the rum, but it's just going over my head. It's like they're speaking in riddles. I've not got a clue. London is a big place, and I've only been twice. Don't know.
There was a time when we let our sympathies get the better of us. When memories were allowed to persist that should have been washed away. The other gods could not be moved to act. I did what had to be done without them.
And griffins you're speaking of?
I speak of what is forgotten. I failed that day, but my purpose was achieved in the end. I will not dredge up the memory to satisfy idle curiosity.
Idle curiosity. So what did you mean when you said the forge is meant to be forgotten?
It was never meant for mortal use. Such power, such truths lie within it. It can bring only ruin. When the Pargrunin came to the White March, they were peaceful. They shared common beliefs and purpose. Their visions for the Forge tore them apart. You have seen this for yourself. They would have destroyed themselves in the end.
Convenient that we'll never know. Fedoran can't help himself.
You need only look to the history of your own civilization for assurance. How many wars, how many fallen empires might have been averted if only their leaders could forget the objects of their ambition? I mourned the loss of the Pargrunin. Misfortune brought them here. They did not deserve to end so soon.
Let's cut to the brass tacks here. The army that destroyed those dwarves. The Eyeless, of which I have seen them. Very terrifying. Are they your doing?
What the world casts aside, I take into my care. A thing may be forgotten, but it is never alone as long as I am here.
Oh, so very caring.
They were lost children, abandoned, fixed on a purpose that no longer had meaning.
Oh, they certainly looked like lost children when they came stomping through that camp of the Iron Flail. Very innocent and sweet. Fedoran thinking in his mind, of course.
I took them in, gave them new purpose. I did not create them, but yes, they are mine.
They are Abaddon's creations. I saw them forged.
They were his once. I won't deny it. He created them as assistants to carry out his work on Eora. But he has long been the overseer of progress in the world. Leaving things behind has always been his way. I allow him to leave his past in my care, so that it does not hold him back.
A unique connection between you then.
I suppose we do. But then, the gods have always been able to accomplish far greater things when working together.
Nearby you see a shark pass through a school of fish. The fish scatter, evading the predator.
Speak your mind.
What new purpose did you give them?
Some things that are forgotten must never be remembered. Not merely for the benefit of those who forgot, but for the entire world. There can be no second thoughts, no sympathy or stays of execution. The Eyeless were born to fulfill this task, though even their creator did not know it. They are single-minded and relentless.
You mean they kill those who remember what you want forgotten?
They do not flinch when called upon to do what is necessary. Kith owe them a great debt for the troubles they have hidden away.
You haven't given me the whole truth about the Eyeless, have you? You're holding something back.
Careful what you accuse a god of, mortal.
Fedora's getting very bold here. Bloody hellfire. The water around you is suddenly icy. You can feel it sap the heat from your veins. Abaddon didn't abandon those creatures. You made him forget them. Otherwise, he might remember how he died.
And what if I did, mortal? It does him no harm to forget. On the contrary, it lifts a burden. If Abaddon remembered, it would threaten the harmony between the gods. It was not so long ago that conflict between us led to disaster in your world, and the death of one of our number. Memory is but an image we create to make sense of the present. It carries no truth or meaning but what we ascribe. A slight alteration to it is a small price to pay for peace.
Oh, ho, ho, ho. Oof, I expected better from a god. Holy hell. Holy hell. Strong words. Can Fedoran bring himself to say them? Or shall we concede that the people of Eora are better off with him not remembering, if only to give her what she wants to hear for an easier outcome? I suppose I'd take that over another war. Fedora's certainly not going to say that.
The peace between the gods is already fragile. It will not withstand another shock. You may ask.
I need you to call off the Eyeless. A simple request.
On the contrary, mortal, their work must continue. Far too much was uncovered while they lay dormant.
Well, we knew this was coming. They draw attention to the very things you wish hidden, actually. In my dreams, I have seen them swarming over the Deerwood.
Those who know too much of the White Forge will be washed clean from Eora. And then the Eyeless shall rest once more.
This isn't some lone tribe of dwarves. The Forge sees visitors from all over now. The Eyeless will tear the Deerwood apart. It will never be forgotten, unless every last person is wiped off the face of Eora. The sea life around you stirs back and forth, agitated, restless.
Even if it is as you say, there is nothing that can be done.
Yes, there is. I've just explained what needs to be done. You need to call off your goons.
The Eyeless do not think for themselves. They have only the purpose that is given to them. They do not stop until the purpose is fulfilled. They will not change course now for me or anyone. I am sorry.
How did he pronounce his name? I can't remember. Kyoto said they could be called off.
Only if those they pursue are no longer a threat. The raid Sarens were stopped before they could take the White Forge. In your case, Watcher, you are well beyond that now. And if what you say is true, then the Deerwood is as well.
You must stop this. This is your doing. You must intervene.
The interventions of gods seldom work out in anyone's favor. Our touch is too heavy. The world crumbles beneath it. It is why we so often enlist the help of mortals. They execute our wishes with greater care. I have done far too much already.
Then you leave me no choice. If you won't stop them, I will.
Only if those they... In your case, your determination is commendable. But the Eyeless number in the thousands. You will need more than strength or luck.
Oh God, thousands. Thousands! Fedoran balks at a handful of men. Perhaps the help of a god may be all I need.
I will give you what aid I can. I bade the Eyeless to remain hidden when at rest. They are gathered in the hollow of a great rock, splintered from my only brother. It lies in a flooded crater known as Kairin's Scar. Know, too, that they were built to answer the call of their master's hammer. When they hear it strike, they come to its aid. If you were to take that piece of his hammer from here and reshape it in Abaddon's forge into a likeness of the original, you might be able to call them to you. But destroying them would be another matter. I know of one way, but only from the center of the Lion's Den. Only with their master's hammer in your service. If you can do all this, if you can reshape what remains of Abaddon's hammer and bring it inside their lair, I can instruct you there on what you would need to do.
Well, you cannot tell me now. It would surely be easier to be in possession of the full facts.
Nothing I say will make sense until you see it for yourself, mortal. We share a common purpose now. I will see you through it when the time comes.
Fine. Well, as you say, the first steps. Remake the hammer to stop the Eyeless. Got it.
If you do not, be assured, they will come for you as they did for the Pargrunen.
An uneasy turbulence disturbs the calm, like an unwelcome thought.
Careful as you approach the lake. When I claimed the Eyeless, I made sure they would not be discovered while they slept. Many of my most devoted followers stand watch there. They will not allow you near. And there is something far worse. Something more fearsome and dangerous than any Eyeless. Let us hope you do not attract its attention.
Oh, good God. What? Let's not speak in riddles. What the hell is it? In place of an answer, a sudden surge in the current from beneath sends you hurtling upward. The surface above you approaches fast, shifting and glimmering like quicksilver. You emerge, soaking wet on the stone floor of the reliquary, gasping for breath, as if you'd been holding it for hours. Oh, great stuff. Wow. It was an interesting conversation. So we are set to destroy pretty much everybody to protect Ondra's secrets. Ondra's secrets being mainly that she was responsible for the death of Abaddon, from what I've gathered. So we need to do some things here. Got some things to do. Like the quest update. The first thing we need to do is take the shard that we've just picked up, I think, and take it to the White Forest to be forged into Abaddon's hammer. Did we pick up something here? We picked up, there it is, this thing here. Fragment of Abaddon's hammer. Hammer of the gods, indeed. Major adventure added. What the hell is that? Just a general quest? Come on now, don't keep going. Keep doing your stuff. Right, so we've got an update now. Lair of the Eyeless. Including me. So to the White Forge really is the first thing to do. Easy.
Hey.
Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. That's the easy bit. How do we get out of here now? I'm kind of intrigued as to where this set of stairs leads, actually. In fact, yeah. Oh, travel directly to the foundry in Durgan's battery. How very convenient. Okay, so we've left poor old Kyoto wondering, where has the Tidebringer gone? He's taken a long time to gather his thoughts about the recitation. Had anybody seen him recently? The Tidebringer has vacated the premises. He got cold feet about the recitation. Right.
Yeah?
Another year won't hurt. Certainly not. Let's go commune with this thing. Incredible heat ripples upward from the white forge and laps against your exposed skin. The fragment of Abaddon's hammer grows warm in your hands as if in recognition. It's only a fraction of the size of the original, but there is metal enough to create a hammer fit for a person of your size to wield. Shape it anew. You call to mind every memory you have witnessed of the great hammer. The images coalesce and take shape in your mind's eye. You know every curve, every engraving. Even as a shapeless lump of metal, you can see the fragment for what it is meant to become. The fragment is slow to heat, even in the white forge, and quick to cool as you work it against the anvil. Sweat drizzles down your body and puddles at your feet. Your arm grows sorer with every swing of your forge hammer until you can barely lift it. Minutes turn to hours. As Abaddon's hammer begins to take shape, the ring of your own hammer against it takes on a familiar tone, one that you have heard in your dreams. With each strike, an image flashes in your mind. It is hazy at first, but it gains detail as the hammer begins to resemble the original. Over time, the image becomes a frozen landscape, centered around a crater lake. Eyeless patrol its frozen surface in droves, and this can only be the place Andra described. Kairon's Scar. The Eyeless pause here and there when you strike and look up, as though hearing the echo on the wind. In the distance, as more details appear, you can see other landmarks, Stalwart, Durgan's Battery, and you understand where the lake lies in the White March, where you must take the hammer. Finally, with a careful etching of the last detail with your chisel, the hammer is completed. No sooner do you make the final mark than you feel a pure, radiant energy pulsing from within it, like a mechanical heartbeat. There is an indescribable beauty to the shape and the weighting and the design. It feels as if this is the realization of the metal's purpose. You take up the hammer and its power rushes over you in waves, and it shakes your body so hard you nearly drop to your knees. The tremor passes, but the surge of power remains. The hair on your arms stand on end. In your hands is a faithful recreation of a divine instrument. Well,
I know you're holding the weapon of a god, but don't let it go to your head.
Go to my head? You mistake me for somebody very vain, Sagani, says Fedorna with a very wry smile on his face. Holy cow, what the hell is this? Darian? The sound of an argument reached you from the stairs. Darian marches into the room, arms crossed, while Wengra bounds along behind him.
This threatens all of us now.
It's Matron Berrigan. Oh, we meet again. Wengra sees you and points enthusiastically.
See, Darian? He'll tell you. We can stop him.
Tension crackles in the air. Darian whirls and cuts Wengra off with a chopping motion.
If he's seen them, he knows better.
What's happening here?
Something killed a whole crew of hunters out in the wood. Tore them apart like dolls, insects.
Despite his steady posture, his eyes flit and flicker like flies, and his upper lip shines with sweat. Berrigan mutters something to her escort, and they snort in agitation.
I told ya! All we gotta do is get him in range of these cannons, and then we blast him!
She brings her hands together in a loud clap.
We don't even know what they are.
Fedoran stepping forward. I do. Everyone turns to look at you. Center stage once again. Perhaps we should spare them the gory details. Don't want to instill the fear of God in them now, do we? What they are isn't important, apart from the fact they're ripping people to bits. What matters is that they will destroy us all if they aren't stopped.
The destruction my dreams warned me of.
She's been getting dreams as well. Her gaze is distant with horror. Suddenly she rounds on Wenger and Darien.
And your greed and recklessness have brought them on us all!
Oh dear. Well, we had a hand to play in this also. We did kind of open this place up to all and sundry. Maybe we'll forget that little minor detail for now. She rolls her shoulders back and bares her teeth at the two villagers. Rage hangs around her like a musk. Darien and Wenger each take a step back and square off against the ogres.
You burning our village didn't help matters none.
Her feral grimace exposes needle-sharp teeth.
It wasn't my clan that attacked you.
No difference. One ogre stinks as bad as the next.
There's no need for that. Enough, enough. Calm down. None of this matters now. They all grumble, shifting on their feet and glaring sullenly. After a pause, Berrigan looks back at you.
I came to offer my clan's help.
And Fedoran nodding. They've assisted us once before. Their help is appreciated again.
The White March has been our home for centuries. We'll defend it alongside you.
Your aid would be welcome once again, Matron Berrigan. She presents an ancient banded horn in both of her calloused hands, holding it out to you.
Sound it anywhere in the White March, and 3 of my best warriors will be at your side. Your battles become ours.
Fedoran thinking to himself, only 3? That's better than nothing.
What's your plan for dealing with them exactly?
Now, if we divulge the plan, does it mean that they might try and get... I don't think... no, they're not going to go and try and do it themselves and interfere and screw things over. No. Fedoran can't help himself. He likes to sound knowledgeable. The Eyeless are hidden at Kieran's Scar. I'll face them there. They gape at each other in disbelief. And although Fedoran is looking quietly confident about himself, deep down he's thinking, yeah, this is not good.
That lake's notorious. Folk never come back from that. Oh. Ahem. You know, those heavy cannons you fixed might come in handy.
She grins, a mischievous twinkle in her eye. Darien groans, and she holds up both hands.
Hear me out. Kieran's Scar should be just in range for those guns. You just point out your target and I'll do the rest.
If those things are on the move, we don't have much time. If you're really gonna stop them, take this. It's the best of the ore we've pulled from Stalwart's mines. It's not much, but it's good enough to make the old Pargrunen smiths proud.
So we'll have cannons. We'll have 3 of Berrigan's ogres. Is that going to be enough? Okay, so Berrigan's battle horn. We've got the cannons. Heavy cannon blast ability. Okay. I've never seen anything like it. Yeah. You're telling me, buddy. This is all kicking off. Okay, so what are the items that we can put into our... Look at that. Berrigan's battle horn. Right, there's a nice little space for it right there in my inventory. Very nice. Although... Oh! Let's put that as our secondary item. The old Abaddon's hammer. Wow. Legendary item. If only we could wield a war hammer. But it could be given to anybody that wields a We could actually give this to what's her face. We could give this to her. She wields a two-handed weapon. But out of, I'd say out of spite, not spite, but this is a godly weapon, a divine weapon, and Fedoran would not trust it in anybody else's hands. Yeah, he can barely lift the damn thing, but he's keeping it. +4 to might. Wow, that's a weapon and a half, man. Yeah, he's keeping it. Nobody else should touch this thing. Okay, so we also have an ability. Who got the ability to do something here? What's this? Sever the soul. No, we got an ability. Did we not? Cannon. Heavy cannon? Well, we actually, that's a good point. We can soulbind it. Not as if he's going to use it to get any benefit from it, though, to get the level up. Although we didn't actually check out the description. Yeah. For what it's worth. Use the hammer to destroy the army of Eyeless. That's all we need to do. Grants destroy Eyeless on critical hit. Grants Ring of the Ancient. Grants Abaddon's Labour. Plus 10% accuracy against Eyeless. Plus 50% damage against Eyeless. This is wasted on him, isn't it? It really is. It's wasted on him. But it is what it is. he's not giving it to anybody else. Right, so what's this extra ability that we've been given here? You've gained item, Berrigan's Battle Horn. Durgan Iron Ingot has been given. Let's have a look here. How many Durgan Battery Iron Ingots have we got now? Oh, we got quite a few. Do we need to forge them into do we need to forge them into refined? Yeah, we do. So we've got one refined Durgan Iron Ingot which we can use to upgrade somebody's equipment, and you know whose equipment's going to get upgraded at this point in time. Again, it probably makes no sense to give Fedoran extra armor speed penalty or extra incoming crits converted to hits. It's probably something that's beneficial to a tank. I think Adair's already got this on his, the Durgan Reinforce. I'll just double check that actually. I think we've already got it on him. Yeah, he's already got it. So I think it would make sense to give it to Zawa next. You can actually put it on a weapon as well. But yeah, I think it's better putting on his armour. On the old sanguine plate. Do we have one more of them left? Am I seeing that right? Just to bear with me a brief moment. Yeah, we've got actually one more left. Right, I'm also thinking, now that Manea's quest is done, I'm not her biggest fan when it comes to combat. She doesn't have a great deal of abilities that can help us. I'm thinking it's probably time that we swap her out once again, now that she's done and dusted, for either Hiravius or Kana. And I'm actually thinking, oh, do you know what? Oh, do you know what? I think that might be the call. That might be the call. Interesting thought. He would be the perfect candidate for a hammer. Oh, you've put that in my head now. That's actually probably not a bad idea. It would be a fitting way to end this series. God's sake. Right, sorry about that. Yeah. That's obviously we're not going into the canyon crater thing now, but
all right then.
Bloody hellfire! I just need to figure out how do we get how do we activate the cannons?
Ready when you are.
Not a clue. Heavy cannon blast. There you go. Grants heavy cannon blast. 1 per rest. Your allies at Durgan's battery fire the heavy cannons toward Kayron's star. Yeah, but where is it? Is it in my pack? No. It's not an item here. It's not a spell. It's not there. Perhaps it will appear when we get to Kayron's star, maybe. It'll just appear as an option. But I think this is an appropriate place to leave things off, to be honest. I think we've got some thinking to do. We need to travel to Kayron's scar. This is it. We're done. We have the path laid out before us. There's going to be a hell of a battle. And there's going to be something nasty there that we were told about. But, well, we weren't. She sort of dropped a hint. There's something worse than the Eyeless waiting for you. Oh, God. Yeah, that's nice of her. So, yeah, all hell's going to break loose in the next session. Oh, God. Oh, yes. And that next session, folks, is going to be tomorrow evening. Because we're going to be streaming again tomorrow evening, 7 PM British Standard Time. And we're going to see this thing through. And, yeah, I think it's happening. I think to conclude the DLC here and to conclude the game, we're going to bring back an old favourite. Well, a long lost second cousin twice removed favourite in Nadog. He's going to be back with a bang. He's going to be back wielding a hammer of doom. Because if there's one person who can prize that thing from Fedoran's grasp, it's Nadog. So he's going to come back, and together we shall smash them. So anyway, enjoy the rest of your evening, afternoon, wherever you may be, and hopefully see you all tomorrow for what's going to be, I have no doubt, an exciting conclusion, not just to the DLC, but, depending on how long it takes, possibly the entire game. We'll see what happens. So until tomorrow, I will see you soon. And I'm not doing an LP of Pathfinder at the moment. The game it requires a bit of polish and a few patches before it's well, I've heard before it is a standard good enough to enjoy properly. And plus, given the fact that I'm just finishing off an isometric classic RPG, I don't really want to dive into another one. I'm going to take a bit of a break from these types of games, play some other stuff, and the next classic RPG that I probably will end up playing is going to be Pillars of Eternity 2, to be honest. No, we haven't finished the main quest yet. I don't think you could do the DLC if you had finished the main quest. I thought you had to do this. I was instructed to do this first before finishing the main quest. So no, main quest not finished. So yeah, tomorrow, if we finish the DLC in a reasonable amount of time, all that's left is to dive down into the depths of the something or other. What was it called? Down into the Court of the Penitents, that's right. And confront the man who's been giving us hell for some time now. I don't know how long it's going to take, but potentially. We'll just play for the usual amount of time, and wherever we get to, we get to. But if we get anywhere near to the end, then we'll continue until we get to that point. We'll finish it by hook or by crook. So yes, stream tomorrow. Sorry, Cham, but I'm hoping that I'll be coming with a swagger in my step after the Leeds game. Fingers crossed, you know what I mean? Fingers crossed. And if they end up losing, then I'll be very, very miserable. So prepare yourself. And you'll be banned from chat as well. Right. Anyway, see you all tomorrow. Thanks for watching, and good night. I will be instructing my mods accordingly.